Hi, David Liew from Melbourne, Australia, here at ACR 25 in Chicago, reporting for Room Now. It's been a big first day. I want to focus in a bit on some GCA abstracts, and particularly what they might mean in terms of thinking about upadacitinib and cardiovascular risk in GCA. So I think in general, people have been a little bit concerned about upadacitinib in GCA, even though there's clear evidence from the SELECT GCA study, and there's an indication now for giant cell arteritis here in the US. I think perhaps some of those concerns have come about from what we know from oral surveillance and the subsequent regulatory warnings that we've really extrapolated from rheumatoid arthritis and taken to other diseases like GCA. In particular, we're concerned in GCA maybe because we're looking at an older population. GCA inherently is an older population, and we saw some data from the abstract floor which did show that people do bring cardiovascular comorbidities into GCA as well. So that's completely understandable. There are a few things that might mitigate things the other way though, when we think about upadacitinib in GCA, which were really highlighted on the poster floor. Firstly, of course, we know steroids are a problem when it comes to cardiovascular risk in GCA. Arguably, they're what drives cardiovascular risk. Well, certainly it's up there, perhaps the most in GCA. It's really steroid driven. So the more that we can steroid spare and the more effectively we can steroid spare, the better we are in terms of cardiovascular risk. I think that was fairly clear from what we saw in terms of the steroid sparing capacity in SELECT GCA. But more pertinently, we saw some biomarker data presented here, abstract 0751 presented by Lisa Christ, looking at interferon gamma and the effect that upadacitinib has on those signaling pathways. What we could see is that upadacitinib doesn't just affect IL-6 related pathways, it also affects interferon gamma related pathways, CXCL 9, 10, 11 as well. And we know from that actually those are really important in the vascular complications that we see in GCA. Now we've got this direct biomarker evidence as well. There's every single plausible benefit from managing the interferon gamma side of things when we manage GCA. So if we accept that steroids and disease activity are a big part of cardiovascular comorbidity in GCA, it's a very different paradigm than rheumatoid arthritis when we're thinking about upadacitinib. It's a bit of a double-edged sword, and while we have those concerns which we've extrapolated from oral surveillance, at the same time we've got potential benefits that might exist from the mechanism of action dealing directly with interferon gamma. For plenty more on vasculitis and everything here at ACR 25, you know where to go, roomnow.com.